Hey, what's going on, guys? This is James Loves Music, and today we are back with another review of the brand new album by Neck Deep. All Distortions Are Intentional. Let's get into it. Neck Deep are a Welsh pop punk band with some absolute banger albums, in my opinion. Their albums Life Is Not Out to Get You and The Peace and the Panic are two of my favorite albums of the past decade. As a band over time, they have evolved their sound to a different style of pop punk, but still pop punk. Back in 2019, they released the standalone single She's a God as a response to the band's frontman Ben Harlow having himself a new love in his life, a new girlfriend. Now this track made me a bit worried for the band's future due to just how middle of the road the track was. Similar themes from this track continue on to their fourth studio album, All Distortions Are Intentional, though they are presented better. Though this album has been seeing what seems to be mixed reviews from my point of view, I still think this is a pretty decent fourth outing for the band. This album was produced by Matt Squire, which immediately gave it this more poppy appeal. And I think this is good for the album because you can't have pop punk without pop. You're taking 50% of what's good away if you get rid of the pop. Now, going into the track list, we have a lot of cheesy love songs, but in a good, fun, pop punk kind of way. The opening track, Sonderland, is very relatable tune. It asks the question that we've all asked at some point. Does it get better than this? The track has some fun guitars that really drive it home for me. The next track, Fall, is very 2000s inspired bop. It throws me back to when I was in junior high and really into that era of pop punk. Then we have Low Life, which is probably my favorite track on the whole record. The calmer verses going into that raging chorus feel amazing, and I just want to headbang every time I hear it. Ben sounds great on the track, and I just want to scream the lyrics with him. Telling Stories and When You Know are pop punk love anthems, the latter of which being very sweet and sugary. But then next we get the transition track Quarry, which is the first dud on the album. It sounds more like it has a SoundCloud rap element, and that just throws off the whole vibe of the album for me up to that point. It makes me question, why is this on here? However, next we have Sick Joke, What Took You So Long, and Empty House, which brings back the theme of the record, and it goes over quite smoothly. Little Dove, though, is a different story. It's a slow acoustic song that feels like it's dragging on, even though it's only about 3 minutes. From there, we go into another sweet tune, I Revolve Around You. And from there, we close with the album Pushing Daisies, which really gets the blood pumping and asks the question, what's the point in fighting with strangers if we're all just gonna die at some point? Overall, this record might not be as good as their previous two, but that in no way makes this a bad one. I'm going to give this album a 4 out of 5. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. And yeah, talk to you next time.